For almost 3 decades, the Berlin Wall stood as a stark symbol of a world divided. It was a physical manifestation of the ideological battle between the capitalist West and the communist East. This concrete barrier, erected in the dead of night, tore through the heart of Berlin, separating families and friends. The Berlin Wall was more than just a wall. It was a potent symbol of oppression and the human cost of the Cold War. Its presence cast a long shadow over Germany and the world, reminding everyone of the deep divisions that existed. The wall represented the stark realities of life under totalitarian rule, a constant reminder of the restrictions on personal freedoms. Its construction in 1961 marked a turning point in the Cold War. It solidified the division of Germany and Europe, creating a tangible barrier between two opposing ideologies. The wall became an enduring image of the Cold War, often used in propaganda to depict the contrast between East and West. The Berlin Wall was a stark reminder of the human desire for freedom and the lengths to which governments would go to suppress it. It stood as a testament to the resilience of the human spirit, yearning for unity and liberty amidst oppression. The seeds of division were sown in the aftermath of World War II. Germany, defeated and devastated, was carved up by the victorious Allied powers. Berlin, though located deep within the Soviet sector, was also divided, mirroring the broader partition of the country. The Soviets took control of East Germany, imposing a communist regime and gradually tightening their grip on the city. The Western Allies, led by the United States, Britain and France, controlled West Berlin, which became an enclave of freedom and opportunity within communist territory. The stark differences in living standards and freedoms between East and West Berlin became increasingly apparent in the years following the war. While West Berlin flourished with the help of the Marshall Plan, East Berlin struggled under a centrally planned economy and strict political control. This disparity led to a mass exodus of East Germans to the West, with millions fleeing their homes in search of a better life. This brain drain of skilled workers and intellectuals alarmed the East German government, which feared the economic and political consequences of this mass emigration. Life in the shadow of the Berlin Wall was a study in contrasts. In West Berlin, the streets throbbed with the energy of freedom. Capitalism fueled a vibrant consumer culture, with shops overflowing with goods and opportunities. West Berliners enjoyed freedom of speech, movement and assembly, rights denied to their counterparts in the East. In stark contrast, East Berlin existed under the watchful eyes and iron fist of the German Democratic Republic, or GDR. The communist state controlled all aspects of life, from work and education to culture and information. Citizens faced constant surveillance, with the Stasi, the East German secret police, maintaining an extensive network of informants. The wall itself was a heavily guarded barrier with barbed wire, watchtowers and shoot-to-kill orders for those attempting to cross. The physical wall was just one layer of the barrier. Behind it lay a heavily fortified death strip designed to prevent escape attempts. Escape attempts were fraught with danger and many perished trying to reach the West. The wall became a physical manifestation of the Iron Curtain that had descended across Europe, separating East from West. It served as a constant reminder of the political and ideological divisions of the Cold War, a tangible barrier between two worlds. By the late 1980s, the winds of change were sweeping across Eastern Europe. The Soviet Union, under the reformist leadership of Mikhail Gorbachev, was undergoing a period of significant political and economic change. Gorbachev's policies of glasnost, or openness, and perestroika, or restructuring, aimed to address the Soviet Union's deep-seated problems and introduce limited reforms. These reforms, however, had unintended consequences. As the Soviet grip on its satellite states loosened, cracks began to appear in the Eastern Bloc. Popular movements demanding democracy and freedom gained momentum, challenging the authority of communist governments. In Poland, the Solidarity movement, led by Lech Walesa, emerged as a powerful force for change, demanding democratic reforms and workers' rights. In Hungary, the government began dismantling the border fence with Austria, a symbolic crack in the Iron Curtain. These events had a profound impact on East Germany, where citizens yearned for the same freedoms enjoyed by their Western neighbours. Protests against the communist regime grew bolder, demanding an end to travel restrictions and the right to free elections. Section 5. a misunderstood announcement, the catalyst of freedom. On November 9, 1989, Günter Schabowski, a high-ranking official of the East German Politburo, held a press conference. Tasked with announcing new, relaxed travel regulations, Schabowski stumbled through a poorly worded statement. When pressed by reporters about when the new regulations would come into effect, Schabowski hesitantly replied, "As far as I know, it takes effect immediately without delay." This seemingly innocuous statement, amplified by the media, would have seismic consequences. East Germans, glued to their television screens, interpreted Schabowski's words as confirmation that the border was open. They flocked to the wall, demanding passage to the west. The border guards, caught off guard and without clear instructions, faced a dilemma. The crowds were swelling, the pressure mounting. Finally, overwhelmed and fearing violence, the guards relented, opening the gates and allowing East Germans to cross freely into West Berlin for the first time in decades. The scenes that unfolded that night were nothing short of euphoric. East and West Berliners embraced, tears of joy streaming down their faces, champagne bottles popped, and strangers danced together on top of the wall that had divided them for so long. Section 6. The Night of Jubilation, the Wall Crumbles. The fall of the Berlin Wall was a series of spontaneous acts of defiance and celebration. As news of the border opening spread, people converged on the wall from all over Berlin. Armed with hammers and chisels, they tore down the symbol of their oppression. The atmosphere was electric, a mixture of disbelief, joy, and liberation. East and West Berliners, reunited after decades, embraced each other, tears streaming down their faces. The sound of hammers and chisels filled the air, a symphony of destruction. These jubilant scenes were beamed around the world, capturing the raw emotion of the moment. The fall of the Berlin Wall marked the beginning of the end of the Cold War and the reunification of Germany. Section 7. The Aftermath. A world transformed. The collapse of the Berlin Wall had profound implications for Germany and the world. It marked the beginning of the end of the Cold War, as the Soviet Union's grip on Eastern Europe crumbled. Within a year, Germany was reunified, and the Iron Curtain, which had divided Europe for over 4 decades, was lifted. The fall of the wall had a ripple effect across Eastern Europe, inspiring revolutions and reforms in countries like Czechoslovakia, Romania, and Bulgaria. Communist regimes collapsed one after another, as people demanded democracy and freedom. The events of 1989 reshaped the geopolitical landscape, ending the Cold War and ushering in a new era of global cooperation. The United States emerged as the sole superpower, and the world entered a period of relative peace and stability. The fall of the Berlin Wall serves as a powerful reminder that even the most seemingly insurmountable barriers can crumble in the face of popular will and the desire for freedom. It is a testament to the power of hope, courage, and the enduring human spirit. Section 8. The Legacy of the Wall, Memories and Warnings. Today the Berlin Wall is gone, but its legacy lives on. Segments of the wall remain standing as memorials, preserving the memory of a divided city and a world on the brink. Museums and exhibitions chronicle the wall's history, reminding visitors of the human cost of division and the importance of freedom. The fall of the Berlin Wall serves as a cautionary tale about the dangers of division, oppression, and the suppression of human rights. It reminds us that freedom is not a given, but something that must be constantly defended and cherished. The legacy of the Berlin Wall is a reminder that even in the darkest of times, hope can flourish and walls can fall. It is a testament to the indomitable human spirit, the yearning for freedom and the power of unity. The Berlin Wall stands as a monument to the past and a warning for the future. Section 9. Conclusion. A testament to the human spirit, the fall of the Berlin Wall was one of the most significant events of the 20th century. It marked the end of an era, the collapse of a system, and the triumph of the human spirit over adversity. The wall, once a symbol of oppression and division, became a symbol of hope, unity, and the irresistible yearning for freedom. The events of November 9, 1989 serve as a powerful reminder that even the most formidable barriers can crumble in the face of courage, determination, and the unwavering pursuit of liberty. The fall of the Berlin Wall is a testament to the power of ideas, the resilience of the human spirit, and the enduring belief in a better tomorrow. It is a story that continues to inspire generations, reminding us that walls, both physical and metaphorical, can be torn down when people unite in a common cause. The legacy of the Berlin Wall lives on, not as a relic of a bygone era, but as a beacon of hope, a testament to the enduring human spirit, and a powerful reminder that freedom is a precious and fragile gift that must be cherished and protected.